Hello, 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 and welcome to Rainbows Rising, where we ascend together. I'm your host, Rainbow Raja, shamanic ordained minister, life coach, and bodywork therapist. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so grateful for your patience with our mid-season break. I did have to take a short sabbatical to be able to reformat my computer so that my software is functional so that I can continue to make these podcast episodes for you. So I really appreciate you guys returning. I appreciate all of you out there that listen to the show, that really devote yourselves to becoming a stronger, more balanced, more aligned version of yourself. I think I really underestimate how many people are really listening to the show, and I don't always pay attention to numbers, but when I do check the numbers, I'm really shocked and so humbled by the overwhelming number of supporters out there listening to the show every single week. And I just want to invite you guys to join me on the Patreon to become part of our little community. I would really love to help you guys continue to apply these skills, these practices, and I'd love to hear what your journey is like. I want to get to know you guys a little bit more intimately. So it is free to join the Patreon, and it is a fairly new platform, so I am in the beginning stages of building a community. But I want to cultivate a space where we can ascend together, where we can communicate with each other, where I am just a guide, where we all can collaborate and talk about what we've been through, what we are currently going through, our concerns for the future, any interests in any skills that you want to learn. I'm there for it. But thank you again for all of your support. Thank you again for joining me every single week and pouring back into yourself. Because when you show up for the show and you show up and you try the practices and you apply the knowledge in your everyday life, that's not just supporting me, that's supporting you. You are showing yourself so much self-love by giving back to yourself. And I'm really grateful to be a part of your journey in loving yourself. And I'm just so grateful that you chose Rainbows Rising for your self-care. So thank you guys so much. I'm so deeply grateful. This season, we've been talking about the different realms of reality. The first month, we talked about the physical realm and how the physical realm is where we are able to manifest things and to chase our dreams, and how really that ambition to overcome challenges, that ambition to help others, that's what fuels life having meaning. And in the last month, uh, we talked about the fairy realm and how to connect with your fairy guides, how you can create a healthy working relationship with the fairies, which I believe is a really important part of moving into New Earth. Being able to bridge these other realms and connect with them in a way where we're able to give back to them and they're able to give to us, and we have this symbiotic relationship going on. So I really encourage you to play with the fairy realm and to become stewards of the land so that you can support the future of our planet, where we can become more in harmony with nature, more in harmony with each other. We can bring love back into the picture. This month, we are going to be talking about the Akashic Realm. Now, a lot of people hear about the Akashic Realm as the Akashic Records, but the Akash is actually just spirit. And so the Akashic Realm is our consciousness interwoven, interconnected through all of space and all of time. The Akashic Realm is what we normally hear as universal consciousness or the field. This is the realm in which we receive our downloads. This is how many people connect to their spirit guides, to their star families, to the channeled collectives, to their ancestors. We are able to connect and weave our consciousness through matter, space, and time through the Akash, the realm in which connects all information, all patterns, all parallels. It is this, it's the myofascia of the makeup of reality. And I am so excited to be able to dive into how to utilize the Akashic Realm this month and how you can begin to tap into your own lineage, into your past lives, into your innate wisdom, knowledge, and your spirit guides as well through working with the Akashic Realm. So I'm very, very excited for this month. We have an incredibly powerful guest coming on at the end of the month, and I will introduce her a little later. But as we know, the first episode of every teaching session, we are going to be diving into some oracle cards in how you can utilize the Akashic Realm to benefit your practice, to benefit your life, how you can utilize it to heal yourself. And then we're going to go into a transmission so that you can integrate these energies, anchor them into your being. They might even help you activate and open up new channels of information so that the Akash may be able to flow through you with least resistance. So let's begin. The decks that I chose for this month, we have the Rainbow Warrior Activation deck. The reason I chose this deck is the artist, Justine Cerebrin. She pretty much created this entire deck through tapping into the Akash. She is a very powerful artist, activation artist, and tattoo artist. And her cards have an imprint of ancient wisdom to them. When I first received this deck, I was so genuinely surprised at how easy it was to read the energy of the card without the book. I haven't had this deck out in quite a while, so I'm excited to see what comes out for today's reading. We're going to pick a number between 1 and 4 today. So please go ahead, connect into your heart space, connect into your breath, into your body. Take a moment and just settle into your space, no matter what distractions are going on around you. Just take a pause. Slow yourself down. Whatever number you pick, that is how this is going to be your access point to connecting with the Akash. Whether it's an element, whether it's a season or an archetype, this is going to be your point of access to best connecting with the Akash. The next deck I picked was Beyond Lemuria, because once again, light codes and knowledge of ancient civilizations all comes through the Akash. I think it's very funny that the bottom card of the deck is the Portal Keeper, because that's what the Akash is it's this portal to infinite information about the universe, about ourselves, about history. I'm setting the intention. This deck is going to help you with the method in which to utilize that archetypal energy signature to access the Akash. And the very last card that I'm going to draw is from the Light Code Apothecary deck. Light codes are also from the Akash. They are carried through the Akash on the wings of light. I'm going to set the intention that these cards help you identify any blocks, any practices, any specifics that you need to know to enhance your connection with the Akash, to charge your flow, to be able to get the clearest messages. All right, my friends, the cards have been pulled. So, group number 1. Group number 1. Group number 1. The way that you connect to the Akash is through union, through connection. You connect to the Akash through others, through other people, through... Oh, this is such a beautiful... I love this. So I'm gonna take it gently. You guys in group number 1, you guys really are like such incredibly powerful, loving souls. Your connection to the Akash is all through heart connection. It's all through nurturing touch. It's through seeing the divinity in others. It's through that infinite nurturing connection. The way that you love, accept, and see others, that is the key for you. That is your key. These are really just very strong, powerful cards. So the energy is just really intense. So give me a second as I work through it. So growing up and becoming who you are today, probably went through life and you were able to see the potential of everyone. You were able to see their truest self, the person they could be if they put their fears aside, if they healed their wounds, if they were able to just not identify with the harms that had been done to them. And you were able to always see people in their most authentic form, whether that was who they presented to you or not. You could see it in their soul. You could see it through their eyes. That was how you connected to the Akash. It was through these experiences with people, like the unification of community for you, like being able to connect with another person, to be able to see life through someone else's point of view. That is what sparks that limitless intelligence. That is where you get those inspirations to have those philosophical debates with them. That's where you get those inspirations to like collaborate and create the most intense music, the most beautiful pictures. You create with others. You tap into the cosmic consciousness through connection with other people, being able to become a circuit with another person through hugging, through touch, through co-creating, through communication. That is how you are able to tap into the Akash. That is where your strength will lie, with being able to like best serve the greater good. Is you guys are the ones that must pour into working with others, with learning to collaborate and co-creating, coexisting, healing others through your presence, through your acceptance, through your forgiveness, through your unconditional love. Now, remember, unconditional love does not always have to be accepting disrespectful behavior. Unconditional love can be from a distance. So, unconditionally love yourself too, right? But I feel that you are able to see yourself mirrored in everybody that you meet. You are able to truly embody that namaste. The divine in me honors the divine in you. And that is such a rare quality. I pray that no matter what happens in your life, that you never lose that purity of heart. And if you are someone who's like, I really have lost my way when it comes to being able to see the good in people, or I really am losing hope. Like you need to go allow yourself to be held. Go give yourself permission to hug a stranger. Like go up to a stranger and be like, "Hey, you look like you need a hug." Really, we need the hug, but we're just gonna give them a hug anyway. Go out and give out free hugs. Always energetic shield yourself first. Set your intention that you're not taking on other people's stuff, but you need that circuit. You need to feel the energy of other human beings. We need to overlap our energy bodies and create that circuit that allows that divine message to come through and penetrate our hearts deep into our souls. That's how you guys are going to connect to the Akash, is through that connection. Group number 2. Ooh. Ooh, this is so exciting. Okay. So group number 1 was like unconditional love and connecting through the heart. Group number 2, guys are like metal, like alchemy. Like this is like learning how to like transform yourself from the inside. You have this like alchemy, like very, very contrasting, very stark imagery for these 2 cards. You have fire. Fire is one of the main element behind alchemy. Because in order to turn metal into a sword, you have to be able to melt it down with fire. These cards, all 3 of them, are telling me you are someone that needs to go through hardship. You need to go through trials. You need to be challenged. You need the inner work to connect with the Akash. You are at your best connecting to divinity, to the universe, when you are able to go within, when you are able to be in your deepest mode of grief, in your deepest mode of introspection, in your deepest mode of transformation, where you are having to take the harshest elements of your life and turn them into a creative masterpiece, where you have to turn them into intellect, into wisdom, into applicable knowledge. We have to take those hardships, that strife, the grief, the betrayals, the suffering from your life, and you have to set it on fire until it burns away. And you're just left with, I don't know, an oil painting, a beautiful oil painting, a symphony of crackles and pops from the flames. And I see that you also need connection with your kin. You need connection with family. So before, this is those of you out there in group number 1, you guys needed love and support from, your probably significant others. So this is like you evolve through your heart chakra with your best friends or your lovers. And here, group number 2, it might be the strife that you get when you're with others. It's those challenges. It's those, when people are really challenging you, not necessarily causing you suffering, but those people that are like your healthy rivals, the ones that are like, I'm going to beat you at Battle of the Bands. And you're like, no, I'm going to beat you at Battle of the Bands. I'm going to show you that this energy of having an equal in competition, an equal, someone who challenges you to be better, who makes you want to get stronger. Their greatness, you look up to it. You're not jealous of it. You're like, man, I want to be like them. I want to share my gifts just like they do. And that person becomes like your spiritual rival, and not in a toxic way, not like you're sitting there jealous, you're not copying their works of art. You're like, how can I show my authentic nature to the caliber that my best friend is showing their authentic nature? I want to be as free and vibrant and colorful, and I want to transform the world with my art just like my friend. That's where you connect to the Akash. The Akash comes through you when you are like feeling challenged, when you're feeling inspired, when you're feeling like, man, that person makes me want to do this, and man, I really want to do that. Like, that's exciting. So, group number 3. Ooh, I feel this card is like the inner mind. I don't think I've ever actually gotten this card in a reading before. I had this deck for almost a decade now. I haven't gotten this card in a reading. I see this as like meditation. Like, she just looks like she's allowed herself to sink into the darkness of her own mind, of her own inner world, where she collapses the outside world and all of its distractions deep within her own body and just melds into the ether. The seamless, unspeakable. So group number 3, when you really tune everything out, you turn off your mind, turn off your distractions, go sit in a dark closet with your eyes shut in the dark. You're able to tune into this incredible, infinite realm of possibility. It makes me think of that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. How that the main character had to be in the moment, so present, to be able to make shifts in order to quantum leap to the next reality. And I'm kind of getting that from these cards, where it's like you have to be so still and calm and in your own energy. You have to be so familiar with yourself, with your frequency, with your own innate connection, knowing that you are loved, that you are love. In order to connect with the etheric plane, you have to be like connected mind, body. This is the solar plexus chakra, which is the main energy source in the core of our being. It's like right here. That is our action. That is our confidence. That is our self-awareness. Mind, body, spirit. It is being fully balanced in mind, body, and spirit, where you are able to channel very powerful, very, very powerful energy. Like, I'm talking high level manifester, like quantum leaping energy. When you are able to really focus your mind when you are able to take action from a place of love and appreciation and gratitude for your life, and you're able to just allow yourself to let go of expectations, let go of the form of your reality, let go of the attachment to memories, attachment to all that is in your current reality. When you can just fully let go and allow your soul to be like free with no attachment to this persona version of yourself, no attachment to your trauma, no attachment to the people, no attachment to this reality, you will be able to like fold reality. Just like in that movie. You will be a scary force or a positive force, totally up to you. But this is you are a very rare type of Akash utilizer, because other people, they connect to the Akash and they're like, I want to create art and magic and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I want to bend reality to my will so that I can just have as much creative fun and freedom as possible. Other people are like, I want to paint a picture. And you're like, I'm going to create an entire universe all on my own. That's what I like to hear. You go create that universe. Mind, body, spirit, imbalance. And I'm going to write this down so I remember. But I will be sure for all three of you guys, all four of everybody, I am going to put down practices that are going to help you tap into your specific type of Akash connection. So for you, I'm going to have an actual meditation where you can connect your mind, your body, and your spirit through an energy balancing practice. Okay? So please continue checking us out every week for that practice. And group number 4. These are good. This is good. I'm just very excited. Okay. Connecting with nature, connecting with your heart. This is like all heart chakra right here. This is, and this is beyond the mind. So these cards are telling me that you, group number 4, do not connect to the ether through your mind. It is almost nearly impossible for you to go through your crown chakra through your mind. It is all down here in your heart. It is in your heart, right here in your heart chakra. Once again, in your heart, we have the wind beneath your wings. Do more of what you love and feel inspired by. So the more that you invest in what you love, the more that you invest in what brings you joy, the more that you invest in what is truly lifting you up, whether it's listening to the music that like just really makes you feel happy and you're singing and you're dancing, like putting energy into feeling alive and feeling full of joy and feeling full of love. That's what's going to connect you to the Akash. That's what's going to give you all those downloads that you are like, you're dying to have them. You want them so bad. You've been like opening your third eye. You've been trying to ground yourself. You've been trying everything. But it's not up here. It's all in your heart. You have to go into your heart and listen to your heart. Like, follow your heart. Gotta follow your heart. Follow your heart. For Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there, the heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. So for those of you out there connecting with nature, group number 4, being able to understand that you have to get fully out of your head. You have to like breathe into your heart, get into your heart, feel the joy, feel the love, feel the gratitude. Do things that bring you happiness. Do things that are bringing you a sense of well-being. a sense of excitement. It's all in the heart. If you ask your heart, hey, heart, what should I do in this situation? What should I do in this situation? You're going to have a direct communication with the Akash because you guys have pure hearts. Group number 4, you're pure-hearted ones. So that is what I see. So I'm going to make sure that in the coming weeks, we cover ways that those out there that need the unification, the soul seers, we'll call that group number 1, you're the soul seers. Group number 2, guys, are the alchemists. Soul seers, group number 1, alchemists, group number 2. We're gonna call you the quantum folders, group number 3. Quantum jumpers. We'll just call you the quantums. You guys are over there creating entire realities. I don't know. And group number 4, you guys are just gonna be the heart ones. We've got 4 very different ways of connecting with the Akash. They're all right. And I'm sure there are even more beyond this, which we will get into later this month. But whatever number you guys chose, that is what you guys are going to tap into. And I'm going to make sure that you have some good practices for tuning into those etheric connections this month. So to close out our first episode of the Akashic Realm, I'm going to go ahead and do an Akashic sound healing and light code activation. But I'm going to first drink some tea and make sure that my throat can handle it. Here, I got into the Akash a little too heavy. Have you guys ever been in the Akash too much? It makes me all lightheaded and I start to feel kind of like loopy. I'm like, woo, woo, woo. Tapped right into source. Best high in the world, you guys. You don't need marijuana. You don't need drugs. You just need God. God's the best drug of all, you guys. So stony. You know, in the Bible when they were like, stone her. Yay. Yay. That's what's happened to me. I'm really grateful for my rainbow hematite. All right. Nohoto okoye nahamai. Komwai taraikia. Jenatu kuye-chan. Gemwara tukia. Joroto nokoro otoye. Gechwam. Gechwam wato oroya. Gechwam. Gechwam nokoro kuyana. Yetinyara. Yeshi janato ukoye. Wapwai. Wapwanato boy. Well, thank you so much for receiving that. Thank you for tuning in for our opening on the Akashic Realm. That toning that I channeled for the Akashic Realm got me so loopy and sleepy. So I just want to encourage you all this month to take some time connecting with your soul, connecting with all that is beyond this mundane life. Really starting to activate your existential crisis mode, where you remember that life is beyond that 9 to 5 job, that life is beyond cleaning up after your children, that life is beyond the petty differences that we see on network television. It is time to reconnect to your authentic nature, the version of you of your childhood before the world tainted your view of reality. What would you do if money wasn't part of our programming? How would you spend your time? If there was no TV, if there was no YouTube, if there was no internet computer stuff, and the world was your oyster, what would you be doing with your time? With no constraints of money and no constraints of needing a job. There's no constraints to cleaning up after your kids or necessarily, doing housework. What would you be spending your time on? If there was no technology, there was just vast, infinite play. Let's play. Let's play with the ether this month. Let's connect to spirit, the nature of spirit, which is inside of us and around us, woven through each and every single one of us, through all of space and all of time. It is time right now to remember that, to reconnect to that truth that lives in us, lives in our hearts and our souls. Take time this month to remember that. I appreciate you guys so much. And if you're interested in becoming part of this educational community that I am building, join Patreon for free. We've got space where you can share your altar. You can talk about the practices you've been practicing. You can ask questions. You can dive deep with other learners. Let's get ready for New Earth. Let's create New Earth together. Let's build a world where money, where technology, that is not what we are focused on in this reality. I want to learn. I want to expand the threshold of what is possible. And I encourage you to join me. So if you're interested, check out the Patreon and join the discussion. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.